In my first video on learning and development with leadership, I did talk about 3 different levels of performances. And in my second video with learning and development, impacts and concerns, I did talk about impact of dip in performance and impact of losing the top performer. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can relate the different performance levels to the return on investment and what certain things management can do about it. Regular performance. Here the performance is at break-even point, so the return on investment remains neutral. High performance. The performance is high, so is the return on investment as well, which you can see in 3 different values. Hard values, you can notice the profit, it's monetary. Soft values, you can notice by seeing improved efficiency or reduced waiting time. Other values, you can see, for example, reduced risk. Now the high performance do bring the return on investment to the organization. Besides this, they have developed the talent to provide a creative solution to all the problems that the organization face. They do bridge the gaps and they also cover up for any additional manpower requirement. Hence, this is the reason why the organizations retain the top talent during the restructure, especially during the hard times as what we are facing now. The next one is the below average performance. Here the performance is low, the return on investment is also low. The values I did talk about in my previous point, either one of the values or the combination of different values on different scales are affected with below average performance. Now the extent to which this below average performance impacts the return on investment, the management makes the decision accordingly, either by retraining the employee, transferring or replacing the employee if required. The management has to take a decision because the business viability and sustainability is challenged with the below average performance. Now the performance changes over a period of time. It doesn't remain the same. But the problem happens when there is a shift from high performance to a below average or below standard performance. The leadership or the management need to look for clues and analyze the situation without being judgmental. So in my opinion, there are 3 clues that you need to look for. The first one is personal clues. Look for personal clues like absenteeism, increased away time, delays, lateness. The next one is environmental clues. Now you need to look for clues in conducive working environment, attitude of team members between each other, and the attitude of team leader as well. The next one is process clues. Maybe the process is very complicated, or it is outdated, or it doesn't provide any competitive edge or advantage anymore. Now besides these clues, the personal factor affects the individual performance at work. Now we often say, leave the home problems at home and work problems at work. But it doesn't happen that way. Even though the home place and workplace are different, but it's the same person traveling back and forth in these 2 places. So you can't separate the stress out. Now as a leader and manager, you have the authority and all the skills to help the employee develop a conducive solution to the work and non-work related problems in the best of your capacity. Now the extent of success to these solutions entirely depends on how well you are able to execute your informal leadership authority and formal leadership authority with a clear view on when and where to draw the line. Now, as and when you go up higher in the ladder of leadership, you get increased benefit. With increased benefit comes increased responsibility. With increased responsibility comes the challenges, especially in terms of problem solving and decision making. Because the nature of the problem is that it's very, very dynamic. Now, at this point, I have 2 questions to ask from the leaders. Number 1, can you differentiate or have the capacity to solve the adaptive problem and the technical problem. Because the adaptive solution you can't apply on a technical problem and vice versa. And my second point is, how strong is your risk mitigating structure in your department? Or how strong is your work culture where it is safe to make mistake and take risk? I'm not talking about the gross mistakes or gross risk. I'm talking about the common mistakes and common risk. Because until and unless the employee feels safe, they cannot perform at their best. So create a safe environment, supportive environment, so that you get their best performance and reap the best return on investment. I'm sure you have found this information in the video very beneficial. So please do write comment in the comment section under the video. I'll be more than happy to reply, or this gives me the motivation to make another video. It will be all based on your feedback. So take care, stay safe, happy learning. Bye bye.